and welcome to Main Street Matters by Heart on Main Street, the podcast that knows that quick fixes can make lasting impressions. I am your host, Patrick Keiser. Today's episode is all about speed, specifically the small and quick changes you can make inside your store that don't require a budget, a staff meeting, or a strategic overhaul. Just 5 minutes of your time that could lead to better sales, a smoother customer experience, or stronger community connection. These are what I call the 5-minute quick fixes, and whether you're brand new to retail or 15 years in, they are a great reminder that often it's the little things that make a big difference. For this episode, I've taken many concepts from the book Why We Buy by Paco Underhill. First published in the early 2000s and then revised a version a little bit more recently, Why We Buy is really a seminal book on the science of shopping and how retailers can increase sales by understanding how people like to shop. This is my favorite book that talks about business and retail. It's always at the front of my mind when I visit stores and I look at the layout of the store or the display of products or even the changing room. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Maybe this summer I'll even do a little book club reading of the book to break down some of the major lessons. But today's episode, we're going to focus on those 5 quick fixes for your store. So let's dive in. Fix number 1, move one product to eye level. This one is incredibly simple, but also incredibly effective. Walk your floor, look at your displays, and move one high margin or seasonal product up to eye level. Why, you ask? Because people shop with their eyes first, and whatever's easiest to see is what's easiest to sell. No one buys below their knees. According to Paco Underhill's research in Why We Buy, eye-level placement is one of the strongest determining factors in consumer decision-making. Underhill's studies show that most customers scan a shelf or a table from left to right and rarely look down unless something specifically catches their eye. Products placed between waist and chest height sell significantly more than those placed on the bottom shelves or too high to comfortably reach. And there's a psychological reason for this. Humans are naturally inclined to engage with what's immediately visible and easy to grab. If you've got a best-selling product, a new seasonal item, or something with a higher profit margin, and it's hidden down low or stuck in the corner, you're missing a huge opportunity. So the fix? Take 5 minutes to walk your floor with fresh eyes. Pretend you're a first-time customer. What's the first thing that you see? What's easy to touch, grab, or examine? Then move one product accordingly. This isn't about rearranging your whole store, just one intentional change at a time. With this, take into account your target audience as well. Eye level can vary. We do shrink and become less mobile as we age, so an older customer is typically not going to reach up and will certainly not crouch down to get something lower. A teen, however, may be more likely to bend their knees to grab something that they really want. Also, think about children's products with this too. These need to still be at eye level, but eye level to the consumer, the child. If children are able to touch and interact with something, the chances of it ending up at your register are significantly higher. Have these lower in the display for little hands to be able to reach. You absolutely do not want Tommy or Sally climbing up shelves to get a better look at a product. Nothing will turn mom or grandma away faster than a store that they deem dangerous to their little ones. A bonus tip from Underhill: if you have a product that makes a great impulse buy or is frequently purchased as a gift, place it close to the register at eye level. That moment before checkout is gold. A small visual nudge at the right time can lead to huge returns. Over time, doing a weekly or even monthly eye-level refresh can keep your store visually dynamic, encourage return visits, and drive those little boosts in revenue that add up fast. Fix number 2, update your front door greeting or even a chalkboard sign. The first impressions matter. and your front door or sandwich board is your first handshake. Take 5 minutes to update it with something fun, seasonal, and engaging. Why does this matter so much? In Why We Buy, Paco Underhill talks about the transition zone, the space customers cross from the outside world and into your store. It's where they recalibrate their senses, they prepare to shop, and they start forming an impression of your space. As a brief point here, nothing is sold in this space. People are too busy walking into the store to even realize that you have products within the first 5 feet of the store. If your door looks dull and neglected, customers start with a subconscious assumption that the shopping experience might feel the same inside. One way to combat this is to start the store experience outside. A clever, welcoming message or visual cue makes people feel invited and begins their experience with the store before they even enter. It sparks curiosity. It says, "We see you, and we're glad you're here." It slows them down so that transition becomes more abbreviated. Examples like, "Yes, we're air-conditioned, and we love dog visitors." Or, "Treat yourself Tuesday, ask us about our favorite pick." Or, "Today's staff favorite, the candle that smells like a vacation." Or even, "Go ahead and buy the shoes, you deserve it." Even better, these messages give you a moment to express your store's personality, humor, warmth, even a pun. These little touches humanize your brand and make passerbys more likely to step inside. Underhill also emphasizes that stores with changing visual cues attract repeat business more consistently. Customers feel like there's something new to see, even if it's just your clever chalkboard. So switch it up, add a drawing, pose a question, mention a promo, or just write something that'll make someone smile. Darn Knit Anyway, a yarn and craft store in Stillwater, Minnesota, has become famous for its chalkboard signs. Simple messages like, "If you expect me to put my best foot forward, you better put yarn in my path," or "People who craft are happier, better looking, and smarter than people who don't," according to a study that I just made up. Or, "Today is the first day of your next new project." They're silly, they're eye-catching, they get people to think about their products, and they're a hit on social media. I drove 5.5 hours to Stillwater specifically to see the store and the sign that they had out front that day. Now, I'm a little loony, but the point remains. People love this stuff, and they will come to your store and return to your store because you are engaging with them. In 5 minutes, you can turn your storefront into a conversation starter, and when people feel welcome, they're more likely to become customers. Fix number 3, send out thank you messages. This may seem really small, but the impact is lasting. In 5 minutes, you can deepen a relationship, build loyalty, and leave a customer with a lasting memory of your store. Choose one recent customer, maybe someone who came in for the first time, or made a big purchase, or chatted for a while about the gift that they were buying and who they were buying it for. Then write them a thank you note. It could be an email, but a handwritten postcard or a note, oof, that's next level. In Why We Buy, Paco Underhill repeatedly emphasizes the emotional side of shopping. Shoppers don't just want things, they want to feel seen and appreciated. Personal attention creates lasting impressions. In a world of automated responses and impersonal checkout experiences, a simple thank you note stands out. And you don't need to make it fancy, just make it sincere. Thank you for shopping with us today. We loved helping you pick out that birthday gift. I hope it was a hit. Or, we noticed that you've been back a few times. Thank you so much for supporting our little shop. It means a lot. Imagine receiving that in the mail. Don't you immediately feel a connection to that store that goes beyond it being just a place that you visited to make a purchase? This kind of bond can transform a one-time shopper into a loyal customer. People prefer to shop where they feel recognized, where they matter. If you do this once a week, even just one message, you'll start to build a loyal core of people who feel personally invested in your store, and they'll tell their friends. Fix number 4, Audit one product listing online. I know not every retailer has a fully shoppable website, and there's kind of two camps when it comes to independent retailers and online stores. One is basically that it's a second store and it's difficult to manage, and if you can't do it right, then you really shouldn't try. Your website should just be an advertisement for people to visit your store hours and some of the products that you have and a little bit of your branding. The other camp says that it's imperative to have an online store, that you can reach more people and create more sales online than just through your store alone. Now, both can be true. It really depends on your capacity to run your website and what you want your website to be. However, your online presence does matter more than ever, and your product listings are often your first impression. But let's be honest, updating the whole website can and does feel overwhelming. That's why I recommend this simple fix. Pick one product and optimize its listing. So here's what to look for. Clear, consistent, high-quality images, ideally with the same lighting and background as your other products. Oftentimes you can get this from your vendors. A compelling product description that tells a story and helps the customer visualize using it. Accurate details like size, materials, care instructions, and potential shipping information if you do that. SEO keywords and alternative text for accessibility. If these things are essentially a foreign language to you, we are hosting a webinar on May 28th that talks about SEO and how to drive more traffic to your website and really expands on all of the things that I just mentioned. So you can register for that at heartonmainstreet.org. It is being presented by Samantha Connor of the Boutique Hub, who is absolutely fantastic. So I hope to see you there. Underhill notes that shoppers are more confident when they feel informed, and that confidence leads to purchases. So if your listing is vague, you risk losing the sale to a competitor who has invested just a little bit more time and clarity. Think about it as having a digital salesperson. Is it friendly, detailed, and persuasive, or is it kind of confusing and uninviting? Once you've improved one listing, you'll feel more confident tackling the others. But even that one listing can make a big difference in both conversation and trust from your customers. So 5 minutes. Update a product description to be exactly what you'd want that digital salesperson to describe it as. And then finally, fix number 5. Ask your staff one question. Here's one of the most overlooked ways to boost morale and customer service and innovation in 5 minutes or less. Ask your staff for one idea. Try this out. What's one thing that we could do better for our customers today? Or is there anything that's been bugging you about how the store runs? In Why We Buy, Underhill talks about how employees' behavior shapes the entire shopping experience. Your team is on the front lines. They see what customers are asking for. They hear the complaints. They notice what's working and what's not. But unless you invite their input, you may never know what they see. Asking this kind of question shows trust. It says, you matter here. Your perspective is valuable. I want to hear it. Even if you don't act on every idea, the simple act of asking builds a culture of ownership. It helps staff feel invested in the store's success, and when people care, they perform better. They don't just see it as a job, they see it as their job, and they'll take more pride in it if they feel more ownership in it. So go ahead and ask them, and then listen. It might lead to a brilliant fix, or it might just help build a stronger team. Either way, it's 5 minutes well spent. So there you have it. 5 quick fixes, 5 minutes each. None of them require a new system, a strategy session, or really even a budget. But every one of them moves you one step closer to stronger sales, deeper relationships, and a store that works for you, not just because of you. If you try any of these or have your own 5-minute quick fixes, let me know. I'd love to hear about it and share your wins with our audience. Until next time, I'm Patrick Keiser. Stay safe, shop local, and keep your heart on Main Street. This episode was written, produced, researched, and edited by me, Patrick Keiser. To learn more about Heart on Main Street, you can visit www.heartonmainstreet.org or follow us on social media at Heart on Main Street.